On Brazil halftime report here at Fadó at Easton. What a fantastic crowd we have behind us. The United States leads Ghana 1-0. Thanks for joining us on the Crew.com. Neil Sika, crew assistant coach Josh Wolf, crew insider Ryan Schwepfinger. Guys, thanks for being here. Josh, nobody, I guarantee you, the crowd out there, nobody dreams that well the way they started the game. Dempsey, 35th, 5 seconds in, fifth fastest goal in U.S. history.
Yeah, fantastic opportunity for us to get on the board. Great play by Jermaine Jones, and obviously Clint does extremely well. Big-time players show up on big-time stages, and Clint, another example of that early in this game.
I know it wasn't 2002, but a little a la John O'Brien, 2002, 5th minute, top 10 minutes against Portugal.
Yeah, early goals don't happen often, but when they do, hopefully it brings us success. So we've done very well, gotten out to a good start here. But it's going to be tough. We can't sit back and try to hold on to this for the next 45 minutes. We've got to construct some plays. We still have to get out off of our box and hopefully be able to hit them on the counter as well.
Well, let's remember, Ghana settled down afterwards. They had a lot of possession, tested Timmy Howard, had a couple of corner kicks, a few set pieces. U.S. got on the counter on a couple of sequences, but maybe some nervy moments. There were questions to whether would Ghana be effective chasing the game. Well, they're possessing, and you know you got another 45 minutes of defending. Jozy Altidore, hamstring pull in the 21st minute. There were questions whether, okay, if he's hurt for the rest of the tournament, they can't bring someone else in. So they can't call someone else in. It looks like it's only going to be a strain. Dempsey gets hit in the face like McBride. I mean, you have all this stuff building up. There was some tension rising. What did you think of how the U.S. kept their shape for the remainder of the half?
I thought they did an excellent job. A lot of intensity. Obviously, you see the chippiness of the match coming out. But again, I thought Beasler and Cameron have done an extremely good job in the back line of moving their line. They've gone offsides a couple times. And again, Michael Bradley and Kyle Beckerman doing an extremely good job in front of them, preventing passes, not allowing those guys to get in between the back line and the midfield. And it's going to be a roller coaster, but we got to keep our structure and certainly force them wide and look to deal with it from wide. Timmy can clean things up if it comes in on service.
Brian, you'll have a couple of questions. One of the things that came about here was Bedoya in the pregame, and I thought he had a very good first half.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he has composure, he has quality, he plays at a high level in France. Again, his connection to the game, his simplicity, it adds to what we need. We're going to need more of that going into the second half. Again, we can't just bucker in and wear this for the next 45 minutes. We've got to be able to play. We've got to be able to find some moments. And when those moments come, we've got to capitalize and finish the game off.
Yeah, you know, and before the game, you even talked about Bedoya over Zusi, maybe just because he has more international experience. So when you're up 1-0, trying to control the game in the second half, that could be big as opposed to a player who, you think is a like-for-like replacement in Graham Zusi, a player that maybe hasn't had this opportunity on this big stage before.
I mentioned the physicality prior to the start of the game, and that's almost the exact reason you need a guy like Jermaine Jones to be the muscle in the midfield there. He had some up and down passes. You mentioned the one on the goal with Dempsey, but overall you need his bite there.
Yeah, I think Jermaine Jones is, and that aspect that he brings, that commitment, that fight, a little bit of gamesmanship going on there, but we need that muscle, we need that conviction in the middle part of the field. Now he's a little bit wider, but he is doing a good job pinching in and helping Beasley out on the left side. Again, as this game goes along, we're going to have to take care of the middle of the field. We can't allow them to find seams, get at us from the middle, and again, punish them when we get those opportunities.
A great fan base behind us here, Ryan.
Definitely.
We had some questions. For sure. We had some questions. What were they asking?
Yeah, this question comes in from Deanna. It's pretty. The one that I bet a lot of people here are thinking: if Jozy Altidore cannot play in the remainder of this World Cup, what does the U.S. do to adjust tactically, formation-wise? Is it as simple as Aaron Johansson 1-for-1 substitution? How do they move forward?
Yeah, it's a difficult one to replace. Jozy brings pace, he brings power, he brings size, and he brings proven goal scoring. So Johansson will have to do his work. Wondolowski will have to do this work. With all American teams, everybody's got to chip in. Everybody's got to carry their weight. Again, you've seen a great start to this game. You've seen a great start to our World Cup. But this is just the beginning. We've got to continue. We've got to get the result if it's there. And again, Johansson could be a guy that fills in, but we'll have to see how it plays out.
Let me ask you a quick follow-up to that. Johansson's the guy who's the sub for Altidore. Why do you think they didn't go with Wondolowski? He started the Azerbaijan game. Johansson pace, of course, a goal-scoring machine in the Netherlands, where Ernie Stewart's his technical director. Overall thoughts on maybe why they brought him in?
Yeah, I think that's why. I think, again, you have a proven goal scorer in Europe. He has the experience. He's probably had some competitions against some of these players, and he has that familiarity. So I think in that instance, it was just an easy decision for them.
Well, the second half is coming up, and we will have that for you. We'll get back to it on the big screen. Our fantastic crowd here, thecrew.com's Black and Gold on Brazil. Neil Sika, Josh Wolf, Ryan Schwepfinger. It is halftime. The United States leading Ghana 1-0 in Natal. The second half. If you're Jurgen Klinsmann, you took the pressure off your team with some of your remarks, and they come out. After all the drama, we had a dramatic first half. What do you expect in the second half, Josh?
Yeah, again, I expect Ghana to start throwing some numbers forward. I expect them to really commit, and the field for them will get stretched. Our center backs and our two holding mids got to do a good job clogging up the middle, allow things to go wide, and we'll deal with it then. And again, we got to have to find our chances going out on the break, and they'll be there. And it's a matter of taking care of it.
I have a little bit of concern. Ghana in the first half over 60% possession. Certainly when they start throwing numbers forward, they've already shown they can hold the ball. I'm a little concerned that the U.S. is maybe going to fall into that trap of sitting back against a team that we know can throw speed at them, can get forward. So something to watch out for tactically for Jurgen. He doesn't want to give Ghana control of the game. Hopefully they can seize it back in the second half. Mistake by Ghana. I thought it would come down to that one moment, and could the U.S. or Ghana take advantage of it? And first minute, you see a bit of a slip up on the back line for Ghana. Clint Dempsey takes advantage, and it could very well be the difference in this match, just 30 seconds or so in.
All right, great stuff, guys. We'll talk in the postgame, have some analysis as this one concludes. 1-0 United States at the half. Our fantastic crowd behind us here at Fadó, your Crew Cup headquarters. We'll be back in the postgame. United States leading Ghana 1-0 at the half. Thanks for joining us on thecrew.com.